The last 3 months have seen Russia's de-dollarization plans accelerate. First, Gazprom clients shift to euros and renminbi. Then, the UK signs currency swap agreements with China. Then, NATO ally Turkey cuts ties and mulls de-dollarization. Switzerland jumps into currency swap agreements. And BRICS create their own non-US based funding vehicle. And then finally this week, Russia's oligarchs have shifted cash holdings to Hong Kong. But this week, as RT reports, Russia and Chinese central banks have agreed a draft currency swap agreement, which will allow them to increase trade in domestic currencies and cut the dependence on the US dollar in bilateral payments. The agreement will stimulate further development of direct trade in yuan and rubles on the domestic foreign exchange markets of Russia and China, the Russian regulator said. Hello my YouTube friends, L.A. Smith here from kkministry.com. The impact of this story to the American people and their way of life could be more consequential than any other story in the news right now pertaining to any war or potential conflict anywhere in the world. The one thing that is holding the U.S. economy and its financial system together right now is being slowly weakened internationally. Countries around the world must trade big commodities like oil in U.S. dollars. This international demand is what is keeping the U.S. dollar strong. A strong dollar is the backing and the strength behind the U.S. financial, political, and military systems, which are key things that entice investors to invest in the United States. It's sad to say, but the truth of the matter is that the U.S. is dependent on investments from abroad. If the dollar loses its value because the demand for the dollar diminishes because countries like China and Russia enter into their own bilateral agreements, that will allow them to conduct trade between each other, which essentially means the price of goods and services will go up or we will experience inflation. If people are buying less, the economy will slow down, which can lead to a recession, if not a depression. People will lose jobs, further slowing down the economy. Several government services and benefits will go away. Several government workers will also lose their jobs. The U.S. will find itself in a very dire economic situation caused by international agreements that could essentially devastate the country's currency and life as we know it. This change for the worse will pretty much be irrevocable, virtually impossible to recover from. It could take a few years before countries are able to orchestrate a significant move away from the U.S. dollar as the reserve currency of the world and before the U.S. actually experience and feel the pain from such a move. Nonetheless, the time to prepare for such a catastrophe is now, and considering and preparing for how much of your hard-earned dollars will be used for the necessities of life, if you are fortunate enough to have a job or a business that is able to survive in such a bad economy. Let us keep watch. Thanks for watching. God bless. Peace and love.